Welcome to round 8, the final round of the Versus Games Kissimmee Regional. We have 2 players on stream, 1 deck that hasn't been featured today, and the one you're handling that has been featured today, so I'll let you handle that
So
if you want to go ahead.
we have another Purrely match to see today. Doesn't look anything. It looks like it's a little different, but what's definitely different is his opponent. So
Yes, it is. It is the Andrew Fridella, and he's playing Floowandereeze.
Okay.
Yeah, very excited about that one. Deck very close to myself.
Are you familiar?
I dabble.
I dabble.
I'm at least a little familiar with this. Very interesting lineup. We're seeing something I've done before with the Triple Harpies Featherstorm in the main. Something I didn't think I would go back to at all. He is doing Thrust. He is doing 1 Morganite. He is doing Talents. So a lot of the cards I've been, considering running. He's doing 1 Call By, which is very interesting, comboed with Shifter. I never was that crazy about it just because anytime it's probably just like horrible variants. I've seen it work out like that. But yeah, without further ado, we are getting into it. Oh no! It looks like the Floowandereeze experience is happening for Della Open set 2 and pass.
Experience.
Oh, that is the Floowandereeze experience in a nutshell. And both of these players, we're not pulling from the back tables. This is table 2 at the regionals. Both these players are doing quite well. They are X1 currently right now. So, yeah, once again, it's not like we're trying to pull from nowhere. But table 1, we didn't want to feature because we saw 2 players there that we've already featured today, Joe Winkler, who is currently undefeated, and Hunter Lloyd, who is
X01?
Yeah, X01, correct. Yeah, so no sense in featuring a player again, but we have table 2 instead.
Yeah.
And then we are showcasing. Oh, that's interesting. He mains the Herald of the Abyss.
Yeah. Looks
That's
like
very interesting.
Does main 1. See,
is it 1?
Thrust?
Yeah, he plays Thrust and 1 Talents.
Yeah, yeah.
I like how he wrote Thrust down here and then, like, Talents. Yeah. He's
together.
like, yeah, exactly. It's like a sandwich. It's a triple sandwich. Looks like he's adding, what was that, Leap off of, Lily.
Yeah, and he looks like he whiffed with the Purrely earlier. So
yeah. And then once again, also no shame to Perry. He's been a local player for quite some time, very well known around this region. So accomplished duelist in his own right. Fridella is, though, I believe, quite the Shonen Jump duelist, which, if you're new to this game, that is quite some ancient terminology.
It's not just some magazine or
yeah, exactly.
some franchise.
Some magazine as a kid you just tear the promos out of when no one's looking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't do that.
No, me neither.
Yeah. No, I'm being serious. But anyway, so we have quite the opening from Purrely, getting that extra card going second, playing against not really much here. And we'll just go right into it, looks like. Is it Plump? Yep, it is Plump.
See where it goes here.
Then we have Pretty. He is chaining it to equip.
Discarding and still summoning. Okay.
Yep. That's
so
like we're just summoning another Purrely. Huh?
Yeah, it's so weird to just see it. Like when he's like resolving the card, but it's
no
longer on field. I'm like,
exactly. You think the resolution's over, it's still just going on.
Yeah.
So now we're seeing another power duality-esque effect. Fridella declining the shuffle. Oh, wow. All right, delicious it is. And there's Perry showing off that Thrust he has main decked. Fridella just kind of taking it all in, watching Perry play. He's going to Ensembled Nightingale.
Okay.
So we're going to go Battle Phase 400 twice. Gains 200 per material and gains an attack per material as well. Quite a scary combination other decks that have utilized in the past, such as Bird Up or Tri Brigade Leerless.
Yeah.
I remember just being pretty lazy playing that deck sometimes and just saying, you know what, I'm just going to put a bunch of materials under this and just end the game instead of like drawing it out further. So here we are seeing the Noir tap down, and is this going to be, yep, downward into Zeus. And then we have, looks like Leap. He is, in fact, setting the Leap, and we are going to go to end phase. He's missing the trigger, though, on the field spell. Are we reading
the triple map?
Is it?
I think that's triple map.
That is, in fact, triple map.
The opposite problem.
Yeah, oh my gosh. That is brutal.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, I don't even think you would activate anything here as parry. It is just a pass back. Oh my gosh.
I would just not give him the information.
Yeah, no, I would just not even do anything. I would just be terrified of my opponent going for a thrust activation here, a talent activation. Yeah, no, very, very smart on parry, just not activating anything. Yeah, so the games continue as is. I guess maybe soon he can attack with Zeus and put another Zeus on top of it. Yeah, so he's going for, what is that? Which one is that? I'm sorry.
That is, I believe, Delicious Memory.
I don't think that's Delicious.
It's either Delicious or it's, no, because Happy and Pretty, I believe, are 2 ultras. It's 2 ultras, a rare, and a common.
No, Pretty is an ultra.
Pretty's an ultra?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Happiness. Yep, Fridella just not wanting to play the game out any further. I completely understand where he's coming from.
Yeah.
That is the Flunder experience. I mean, his hand was insane. If he saw a small bird, yeah. He had Featherstorm. He already had Dreaming Town. He had maps for days. Like, I'm not sure there was any other card he needed except a small bird.
Yeah.
That was very unfortunate. Yeah, Fridella going through the process of siding here. Let's take a look at his side deck. He does opt to play, like I said, the 1 Morganite in the main. He does side into 2 more. He has 2 Herald of the Abyss, 1 Feather Duster, 1 more Unexplored Winds in Dreaming Town, 3 Evenly Matched, 2 Cosmic, and the 3 Ultimate Slayer. So I'm not really seeing much for Fridella to really be putting in here. It looks like he's just gone to really not even worry about siding draw or anything like that. He's really just trying to leverage the shifter as hard as he can.
Yeah.
And I'm not really seeing anything too out of the ordinary except the 1 Snow. He's playing a standard 3 Eaglin, 3 Rabina, 1 Stree, 1 Toucan, Avion, Ryza, and 2 Impin. Most people will opt for 3 Impin. I myself right now would opt for 2. But the 1 Snow for the 5 Tributes. But yeah, no, not really much to really add in here. I guess he's really just trying to leverage the ability to use Morgana as often as he can.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be pretty decent in the matchup against Purrely, but I think I'd rather see Shifter in that matchup. And when you have Shifter, Morganite won't ever really be utilized for that graveyard effect. So looks like we get a second chance here for Fridella. Hopefully he will be able to not have the Floowandereeze experience and have the opposite the fun Floowandereeze experience.
The Floowandereeze stream experience.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, no. Anytime I've ever been on stream or feature for Floowandereeze, it's worst conceivable hands.
The birds are just camera shy.
Yeah, exactly.
Just explain it.
I mean, it makes sense. Most birds are camera shy.
Yeah.
We see Fridella kind of shaking his head here, but we will cut back to the gameplay, and we are seeing a D-shifter. And it looks like he has Morganite, double duality. No, Morganite, duality, Advent, Avion. So hopefully this duality can get something here. Into a Prosperity, probably grabbing that off rip.
For sure.
He can't be touched by Droll. So, yeah, just most likely just grabbing that duality, or excuse me, Prosperity. Yep. Prosperity is banished, or excuse me, duality is banished now. Then we'll see a 6 reveal. I'm not sure what Perry's hand is.
Yes, the Prosperity banish is always very important.
It is very funny, though, seeing him on Ultimate Slayer, because if he did come across a Maximus, he would be stocked, because there's Entis in there, there's everything in the world to make use of. I'm pretty sure, yeah, he's even playing the Synchro from the new set, the Golden Cloud Beast, Malong.
That card is really good.
Yeah, no, it definitely is.
Oh, we see Rubina last
Very nice, very nice. So we do have the Morganite already in hand. He did side into 2 more. Very interesting tactic here. But, I mean, Morganite, as in a grind-up matchup like this, like the Morganite's just going to get him so much value.
Oh, yeah. I feel like he should be able to outpace his opponent.
Oh, we do see a Pankratops in his opponent's hand and Perry's hand.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, most definitely is. And then we see Eaglin touchdown here. And then seeing by Fridella's hand, I think he may be able to go for the, yeah, because he already has Advent. He may be able to go for the double Impin. Yep. Yeah. I'm assuming, but it's just at the cost, unfortunately, of banishing the D-shifter, so I'm not sure that's something he wants to do. which I think he may be trying to hold on to the Morganite to make sure the D-shifter can be used again. He's adding both birds back, which is very interesting, so he's kind of leaving himself open into Ash for next turn. I probably would just left the Rabina banished. He is grabbing Dreaming Town. Let's see. So, will he activate the Morganite? That's what I'm curious about right now.
I feel like he will not.
Yeah, okay. So he's more interested in keeping the shifter in rotation, which I completely agree with. But Perry, excuse me, Perry does seem like he has a pretty good hand here as well.
Yeah, I see 3 or 4 quick play spells at least.
Yeah. So does he have the ability to pretty easily deal with the Impin if it was threatening with the Pankratops? So we see my friend Purrely coming down. Such a great card, by the way.
Yeah. Pay 5.
And the fact that, like, anytime your Purrely card leaves the field because the opponent's card.
3.
Yeah, you get 3 Purrely cards from your graveyard, different names.
Yeah.
It's just mind-blowing. So we're seeing happiness.
Delicious.
Is that whatever. I don't know.
Let's find out. We're going to find out for sure now.
And this, I mean, they all look the same.
We thought tier cards were bad. We'd be like, which one is that?
Tier cards are a little bit more like, I don't know. At least there's different levels.
Yeah.
Like, these are all just quick plays.
With a cat on them.
Yeah. Oh, we see the Pankratops summon.
In defensive mode.
You know, look them up. Different images. So that's Happy Memory. Pretty Memory. That's the Ultra, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Versus Memory. So it's Happy Memory then that he added, right?
I believe so. I wish you just told me the rarity. I guess we can just look it up this way.
Yeah, just go on TCG Play. He's adding Leap off of Lily. Targeting Pankratops. So it's that one right there.
Yeah, Happy's a rare.
Okay. Yeah. That looks like Delicious discarded. Fortunately for a D-shifter, these cards are being banished. Karikara, Rainbow Bridge. Oh, off the last one.
Pretty.
That is pretty.
Pretty lucky.
There's your one. You're done. And you're done. This is going to be very tough. Spiral tough.
You need to leave. Looks like he's thinking about
what,
Beauty? Beauty.
Yep, there's Beauty. That is the Imperm one, right?
I believe so.
Quick effect Imperm. But it looks like it won't even like really phase Fridella because he has the Advent face down.
Yeah, and it has to have pretty memory for it to be a quick effect.
Which I believe that is under it.
Yeah.
So he is activating the Advent here. Or excuse me, my gosh, Streaming Town.
Do you play Flunder at all?
Yeah, I dabble. not much, sorry. So we're seeing the Eagle and touchdown. So he's just going to go in that. Yep, exactly. He's going to flip the Advent. He's not scared of Beauty whatsoever.
And there it goes. There's the bird.
Yep, we know the rest of his hand. At this point, you just grab Toucan, right?
Well, it's Eaglin, so we have to go. Oh, you're saying with
Advent, yeah. Oh, maybe he's just going to search right for Impin. Oh, he's adding map. Interesting.
Yeah, I guess because of the Rabina is going to be able to search us.
You might as well just grab Toucan, though. Weird. I guess it's just all going to happen anyway. You have to summon first before the card goes to grave, but oh well. Some things I pay attention to. Sorry. My bad.
Flunder duelist only.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in all technicality, he could definitely get him right there because the card went to graveyard.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so bad for him. That's so unfortunate. Now he can just add Toucan. Toucan add back Impin, and then just go from there.
Yeah.
And tribute the Impin off for Ryza.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so bad for him. Yeah, so he's just going to go normal summon Toucan. He could go add back Advent, but I doubt he would. I think he's just going to go right. Oh, he could also go for Dreaming Town. Set him up for next turn. But, I mean, he could also just Dreaming Town it back. Yeah, he's just going right for Impin. Yeah, so he's going right for Impin. He's going to tribute summon. And then most likely add Unexplored Winds here. And then tribute for Ryza. Yep, add back Toucan. And in my situation, I'd most likely add Advent or Unexplored Winds. But, yep, Unexplored Winds is the card to go for here. And then we're going to see the Ryza touch down and spin some of those cards away. Which my friend Purrely has no cards to trigger for, but we are restacking the Ryza, and that's one of the most important things. So he's going to put back Beauty. Shifter. Is he putting Ryza back? Yes, he is. So that's very interesting. So if he has another way to get to another level 1, he can just make Zeus.
Yeah.
Which he should have a way to get to another level 1. He also has Thrust in hand, right?
I'm not entirely sure. Is he a trap in hand? I know he has the Purrely.
I think he might have Thrust, but I mean,
It
Fridella
like
just cleared his field, so it's only going to be able to set something.
It's pretty smart.
Yeah, it does look like Thrust. I'm not sure if that was Fridella's goal, but either way, it was very heads up to get his field cleared. Like, I feel like his goal was just to make sure the Ryza recurs, but the added benefit of this Thrust, just not being able to, yep, parry saw enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to that all-important Game 3. And what I was saying earlier, too, in the earlier rounds, when losing that die roll but taking that Game 1, it's just so, like, it's massive. It's so good for the rest of the match. It feels incredible when that happens because, you know, Game 2 can be that buffer just trying to feel out the rest of your opponent's strategy. And then that Game 3, you get to go first. You get to control the tempo. I mean, barring what your hand is, of course. But that, you know, it's just so incredible. It's because when you lose a die roll, you feel like the game's already stacked against you. You have to fight back. And then now you're just in that much of a better situation. So what are you thinking right now, Alejandro?
I don't know. I'm just trying to see what Perry will probably be doing now. That's that he's going to be going first again. Seems like, you know, from looking at his side deck, there's just a lot of cards that just like don't really do anything.
Yeah. I mean, we see Xyz Encore, which is the first time we've seen this all weekend, which is really cool to see in the first place. But yeah, unfortunately, it does nothing against this matchup.
It's probably just like adding another like Thrust and maybe like Dark Ruler to like prevent from any board that he builds.
Yeah.
And just like try and establish a towers. But even then, if he gets the Unexplored Winds, that's a problem. I guess he just bounced it, but still.
Yeah. Well, I mean, still, it definitely is. It can definitely be an issue. I'm not really sure exactly what he's going to be signing. He's probably just going to be returning his deck to like how it was. But I mean, we're looking at his main deck. He only chose to play 3 Droll and Lockbird in the main.
Yeah, that is the only hand trap I see in there. Everything else is just like a going second card / board breaker. So
yeah, no, we only see, so it's 2 Thrust, 1 Talents, 1 Dark Ruler, and then it looks like really just Purrely cards on top of that.
Kara.
1 Kurikara, 1. I mean, you can just search the Kurikara off of Thrust, right?
Yeah. Maybe someday.
Yeah, maybe someday.
You could technically if you get Where Art Thou.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks for bridging that for me.
Small world bridge.
But yeah, it's very impressive he's made it this far. I mean, like I said, we're not just featuring like table 500 people. These people, you know, table 2, going into round 8, so they're doing quite well.
You were excited to see a Flunder person too.
Yeah, no, I mean, I originally had someone else chosen for our round 8 matchup, and he was hesitant about playing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to force it on him. I was kind of trying to talk him into it, and then once I found another option, I was like, let's just go. Yeah, it was Sebastian Todd. Yeah. I was like asking him if he wanted to. He's like, oh no, I don't want to be bozoed on stream, bro. Like, oh, I don't want to lose on stream, bro.
No, bro,
like, bro, curse up stream, curse up feature match, bro. And I was just like, all right, yeah, sure, okay, let me go look. Yeah. Then we have, who's that?
That is the guy we were asked to stream or to feature.
Oh, yeah, Humphreys.
Yeah.
Yep, Mr. Stun player himself.
Stun player himself.
Oh, and here we go, the almighty Game 3.
See a dark
So we
ruler in his
are.
hand.
Oh, and the effects are resolving, so we're not seeing a shifter. I doubt Fridella fears Gamma in this deck.
Yeah.
From my understanding, typically whenever they play their first quick play, you want to just meet that with a shifter immediately.
For sure. Especially when it's sleeping memory and letting you draw cards. Like,
Oh, yeah, it's just huge. It's just so good. Yeah, so now we see Purrely effect. We see a Purrely, Pretty, and Delicious. Oh, no, that's field spell. So we'd be adding Pretty.
That's my friend, I think. Right? Is it?
No, you can't add. I don't think you could add my
Oh, yeah,
friend.
I'm sorry. That's Purrely.
Yeah.
I don't know what these cards are anymore.
They all look the same. It's
yeah,
brutal.
Yeah,
it's
that's their
brutal.
own fault.
Yeah. I mean, like, what do they expect from us?
Right.
Yeah. But here we go. Perry just taking a second to think out the rest of his turn. Doesn't want to misstep whatsoever. We are in the last round of the tournament, so very crucial.
Sometimes.
Huh?
A lot of pressure sometimes.
No, it can be a lot of pressure just trying to make sure you sequence everything correctly, especially in a deck like this. It definitely can have a very high ceiling in terms of how you sequence things. So there we see my friend Purrely coming down. Oh, was it my friend Purrely that
interesting.
you added? Was it? I'm sorry.
It looks like it, yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Roll it back on the stream. We'll just check.
Roll the clip.
Yo, where are
I was
now?
joking. I was joking, guys. I did not realize.
Is it in? Did we miss it?
He's played 3 of it.
Oh, wow.
I honestly did
For
not
the
see that.
Droll and Lockbird, that
Okay.
free 2,000 damage.
Let's go. But you still take that damage.
But you still take that. That's very nice. That is not a good card to have played against Floowandereeze. That is not a good card whatsoever. Especially dealing with the potential unaffected monster that's just going to be shuffling back your cards. That is very rough.
Let's see what we have. So we have a Prosperity, an Avion, and an Eagle in Fridella's hand so far.
Oh, yikes.
All those cards say Droll.
Yeah. I mean, part of the pain of playing Floowandereeze is not knowing exactly when the draw comes down or if your opponent has it, but now you know.
Yeah.
So it's like
It's worse.
Well, I think it's a little bit better. Now you can maybe structure your turn differently. You know it's going to come down, but, you know, maybe there's a situation in which, like, Fridella can somehow get to Shifter. I don't know. Maybe a 6 card he's hoping for Shifter.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, it would be. It would be. Let's see. We see Lily come down. Lily effect to add.
Assuming field spell here.
Oh nope. We're going for leap. So Lily effect most likely to, yep, with Delicious, make plump. Plump. Then plump effect to attach. Up to 2. So we're going for Sleepy and Dark Ruler.
It's crazy to think about that. It just equips any spells.
Yeah. And it doesn't even have to be their own graveyard. Just any 2 spells.
Just any 2 spells from field.
Yep. So now we're going to see 2,000 damage from where our that resolving. And then we are going to pass turn. We're going to draw 1 in the standby phase due to plump. And then we're going to see leap for Noir. And then draw 1 again for Sleeping Memory.
Can't complain about pot of green.
No, you cannot. Especially if there was more sleepies under there.
Yeah.
He could potentially be drawing a bunch. Is that a thrust in his hand, though?
I see a thrust, and I think what it might have been. I don't know if that was an Ash Blossom. Stree.
Evenly. Oh, my gosh. That is so strong. I mean, the first evenly would connect anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not, like, that crazy.
No super heavy samurai nonsense here.
Yeah, exactly. But, I mean, essentially it may just be the thrust setting Featherstorm, depending on if Fridella kept 1 in.
That is true.
Yeah. So now we're seeing the draw 1 here. And then the quick effect to attach. And then now leap to summon Noir over plump, which Fridella is not having any response to. So now we will get another trigger of Sleepy here to draw an additional card. So, I mean, he already has draw. I'm not sure. I guess he's just digging for more follow-up here.
Yeah.
So it looks to be Impin, Stree, Thrust, Avion, Elin, evenly? I think I'm. Oh, Prosperity.
Yeah.
Oh, it could have just not been Avion.
Yeah.
Maybe Impin instead.
Maybe I saw. I think I saw blue, so I was like.
Well, we know for sure evenly. We know for sure definitely evenly. Evenly Impin, Thrust, Pot of Prosperity that you saw in Eagle and Stree. Is that his full 6 cards?
I think those 6 cards.
Okay. And that is what, a 6 material Noir?
That is, should be 5, right?
Well, there's a Lily underneath the 5. I think it was placed back incorrectly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is 6 material.
Yep, so we're going right to battle phase.
I wonder what we keep.
Yep, no hesitation from Barry's. Like, that's
Are you
fine.
sure? You can think about it.
Yeah. And then now we see, here will be the first interaction. So I think, oh no, this is going to be so rough just because the Noir can put everything back.
Yeah.
I think the first interaction here. Okay, interesting.
Find it interesting he puts it on his side deck.
Yeah. Oh, no, sorry. I'm just thinking of all the plays. Because he can go for Rise a Year, and the second a material is detached. But, I mean, most likely, if Perry's, pretty heads up about it, is he can just start shuffling back the materials as they're summoned.
We have to detach more than 1, right?
He has to detach 2.
Yeah.
But as long as he has a level 1 underneath, it becomes a quick effect. And still putting the map sideways. I guess that's...
So we can see it.
Oh, fair.
Thanks, Purrely.
Yep, 6 materials underneath. So he realistically has 2 detaches.
Yeah.
Leading off a Stree, that makes sense.
I think that's correct.
Yep.
Token, okay.
I wonder, though. So, Noir... Oh, this could be huge. He could shuffle back the Evenly to make Stree miss.
Oh, yeah, because is it either player's graveyard?
Yeah.
Is that graveyard, too?
Noir says graveyard.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know that.
I'm pretty... Double check me at this point. Oh, yeah. Okay, so he's just letting it banish anyway. Then we're going to see Eaglin come down.
Yeah. Opponent controls are in their graveyard.
Yeah, so that could have been very good with the... okay, so he's just going right for Impin. He's going to summon the Toucan.
And then just, like, anything.
It just not even activate any effects of search. This is what I'm talking about. This is very good for Fidela having the information of the droll instead of just having to, like, face check in. So I'm sure he would just let off Prosperity. Or maybe he would have been heads up enough, but it is still just, showing how to play around the droll and how to make it, get as much value as you can on that first initial search.
Yeah.
So it is looking like... Oh, wait, maybe he didn't have thrust. It appears it looked like he had a map instead of thrust.
Yeah, it looks like we got Impin here. Now, my thing is, he has Prosperity Eaglin in hand. So now we have to, like, see if there is a way to get rid, or, like, to establish that we'll get rid of the Noir.
Yeah.
Without, I mean, you're going to play into draw anyway because you're searching.
Yeah, so I'm not really sure there is a way, though.
No.
Because, I mean, the second this resolves, I wonder if Fidel will go through the process of even summoning.
I doubt it.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
so
like,
it looks like he's foregoing to summon. Do you even activate the droll here? He's out of normal summons. Oh, but he plays Morganite.
Yeah. So.
Oh, this is tough.
I don't know, because, like, the problem is, like, if you activate droll here, you're playing into a thrust that
He didn't activate the droll. Okay.
Yeah. So,
okay.
Which, I mean, like, I think is, like, a fair.
Well, he's already activated monster effects this turn, so no matter what, he'd be playing in a thrust.
Right. So, like, realistically, I think
this got him nothing. That's so unfortunate.
But it gets drolled.
Yeah.
Ryza in hand isn't bad.
I mean, it's pretty bad. This is nothing what he was hoping for. I'm not even sure exactly what he was hoping for.
Yeah.
Let me see his deck list. Maybe he was hoping for Herald. Herald would have been great there.
Yeah. Or thrust.
Yeah.
I guess he gets drolled, but still.
Yeah, Perry's showing some zen-like
patience.
Yeah, it is very impressive. He's not being shuttered by anything. He's keeping this droll, and he's honestly just playing this big game of cat and mouse with Andrew.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, Andrew knows the droll is there, and he's doing his best to play around it.
Ooh. Well, that's a big reveal.
Yeah, no, I mean, it would be fine. Like, if he grabs Unexplored Winds and activates it, there's only one way for him to get an additional normal summon, and that would be Morganite.
Yeah.
And the second the Morganite resolves, you just shuffle back the Unexplored Winds. So Perry just playing this huge game of cat and mouse, not flinching at all, and never giving in to activating the droll. That is very, very good playmaking. Very nice. Because it's been very clear, probably from Perry from the start, that it is just not going to be that he's just not going to give up a search.
Yeah. The searches aren't really doing anything.
Yeah.
Like, they're pushing him an inch, but it seems like Perry here has like a mile.
Yeah. No, that's a great way to put it. And I mean, even here, I think he's just verifying that he's out of normal summons.
Yeah.
It looks like Fredella will just be setting one and passing, and then Perry will just be able to shovel that right back into the deck at end phase. I would go ahead and activate right away and activate this at end phase. Yep. Yeah. He's going to be putting back the Dreaming Town. Fredella doing his best to play around it, but unfortunately it is just very difficult to play around a shuffle back to deck quick effect. Oh, no, back to deck, champ.
It's okay. We'll figure it out.
We just got heads up from Joe Winkler, the man who we featured early in the round. He went 8-0 with Super Heavy Samurai.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, we saw his deck list earlier. He was playing pretty traditional build, but, I mean, he was playing it very well.
Yeah, yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, I mean, it is the deck to beat.
Definitely the breakout deck for this format. I think even though people were looking forward to Purrely, I think, like, Super Heavy Samurai had a lot of hype behind it.
Oh, it definitely does. It definitely does. I mean, the original hype of the, hand loop and FTK and everything like that. But, I mean, as long as you focus, I feel like, on the bread and butter of the deck, which is just almost – some people have called it mid-range, but I guess when you compare that version over to an FTK or a hand loop, it probably seems mid-range, but it's definitely not the case. But, yeah, no, Perry's showing once again the power. He still just now has the troll.
Yeah.
He just has to forgo normal summoning, but even then – even if he does normal summon, I guess he might just activate, spin back the map. Andrew is out of plays. Now Andrew is just going to be sitting here watching, and he is free to normal summon, activate Lily, get that search off, add my friend, and then go from there. It is not looking too good. So even if Fredella has another turn, it is not going to be in his favor.
Yeah.
This is very crucial for Perry. This is going very well for him. And it really just accounts to his concentration and focus here. He did not give up anything.
Right.
Fredella challenged him on so many different ways. He's like, I'm going to establish this end pin. I'm going to make it my first search. I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. And Perry was just like, okay.
Yeah, I think he just realized that, like, all the plays that he was making were just, like, already suboptimal in order to play around the droll, that even if he was able to establish a board, he just, like, beats through it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, most definitely.
Very heads up.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, once again, they're both doing very well. It was great playmaking on both of them. It's just, when you're playing against a card like Droll, it can be quite oppressive and hard to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
So we see my friend resolve. Yep.
Looks like we're going to.
Then we see Lily effect. Probably going for what, happiness?
It's looking like a plump.
Oh, plump.
Little plump.
little pump. Oh, field spell, very nice. It looks like he has what, Sleepy and Delicious in hand, and a Pretty.
Yeah.
And a Droll, of course. How could we forget that? That's what put him down to 6,000. Or I guess 7,000 because of the 1,000 gain.
Yeah.
Perry catching himself before he discards to resolve. Something to keep in mind, all these quick play spells are discard at resolution and not as cost. So that's how you're able to use cards like Snow, Brow, and stuff like that. Shadalls, exactly. Just to get their effects off because they are being sent for card effect instead of cost. We're seeing another Purrely touchdown, and we're going to see the Excavate effect. A thrust, Purrely, and my friend Purrely. Well, we hit something at least.
Dang.
Yep, very nice. Attaching the unexplored winds.
Yeah.
Fredella does play multiple copies of it, though. So that is not the last one we are going to see of it.
2 more Sleepies.
This is a very large boy.
Should be
Was that 1, 2, 3, 4?
It's 6 materials, I believe. 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So it's getting 300 for each.
Oh, wow. That thing is plump.
Yeah.
This is my second pun, or?
I don't know. A little too many.
I'm on thin ice.
You're on thin ice, buddy.
Here comes Delicious. So, I mean, he might just be able to make a Noir and end on a massive Zeus as well. Which, I mean, once again, like, how do you deal with that?
Yeah.
Maybe evenly, but
and you're back to square one.
Yeah, exactly. And he's
still have a droll in hand.
Still his droll. Like, the only thing outing this is just, like, or the only thing that Floowandereeze could hope for his 6 card there was Shifter. If he had Shifter, it would have been free game on the whole entire turn.
I think that would have been his game, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he just has to deal with Noir bounce, and that's it.
Yep. That thrust keeps coming off the top. That's so interesting. Did he slide into more by chance?
I think
he only plays 2, right? Oh, no, he plays.
Yeah,
he has the ability to play 3, sliding into 1 more.
Yeah. Which is what we expected, you know, with, like, the Flunder matchup. It's not like he has a lot of
Princess Sprite.
Oh, God,
interesting. Detach. Call the top card. I had Rainbow Bridge. That's probably the worst card you could add into your hand. Oh, no, I lied. Probably, like, what's his Crystal Beast card? Oh, Cobalt Eagle. Yeah. Probably Cobalt Eagle is probably the worst card you could add to your hand.
To the grave.
Yeah. So turning Noir to attack mode. And we are just double checking all the materials underneath and all the effects.
The good thing, though, is Floowandereeze has also gained 1,000 from any Purrely spell that Parry is activated, as well as, like, he hasn't activated Advent yet, but,
yeah.
You know. And Purrely is not known for just being able to kill.
Oh, yeah, no. But it's the same idea as kind of like Flunder, is we may not end the game immediately, but we're going to make it very unplayable for you. It's like you breathe, I'll summon. Then we're going to be met with a Zeus and another Noir. Yep. Which I'm not 100% sure Floowandereeze is as familiar with his deck list. Oh, is he thinking of going into Downward? No, he's just going to go right into Zeus. I think he realized it was only going to be a 3-mat Zeus. So we're going to go end phase, field spell activates.
Finally, this card's activated.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen it a bunch of times, but it's never been activated. That is the third sleepy.
Yeah, that is a draw 3.
Yep. Floowandereeze draws for turn. And he's just going to call it there. Yeah, there's no point, unfortunately. Floowandereeze having a very rough time. He got the die roll. Bricked on 3 map.
Yeah.
3 map. That is such a nightmare. You know, but it is the case with Floowandereeze. He was doing extremely well throughout the day, but unfortunately met the very last round and bricked that game 1, that all-important game 1, so that was very unfortunate for him. But so, I mean, that was the last round. Potentially player interview coming up after this, but what a tournament.
Yeah.
What a tournament. How do you feel about this?
This is, so honestly, I expected this format to just be, like, riddled with just, like, super heavy Samurai Purrely.
I mean, kind of it. We've been featuring it a lot.
It was definitely the majority.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's like